nalipa tax na hata siwezi afford kupanda taxi. Kwa banki sina kakitu, siwezi afford hata shati. Maji nanywa ya kanjo yako ya chupa za mapambo. Nalipia mtoto wako elimu ya bure ya juu. Unanipa ya bure lakini ya utu. Oh no. So nitapata wapi majibu ya maswali? Mahindi lienda wapi? Pia shilingi ya shule za msingi. Paula mtume, mbona jela usimtume? Lazima abuniwe tume. Lazima abuniwe tume. Mapenzi ndizo hali mabasa tulificha kwa kabati. Kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa wazee. Tulimangamanga mpaka za maded I say. Lazima abuniwe tume. Lazima abuniwe tume. Oh. Sheria. Oh. Sheria. Sheria. Fuata. Sheria. Sheria. Oh, oh. Sheria. Yeah, yeah. Fuata. Sheria. 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 Oh, oh. Fuata. Sheria. Sheria. Pia wewe mwananchi, tabia zako ziko chini. Unapenda kulipa hongo na kutumia njia za uongo. Una mipango na hata watoto wa kando. Haujui hata majina yao. Kura yako uliuza maini figo, ukakulia hadi dini. Kisha wasema tukuthamini, na wewe hapo hauaminiki. Na wewe hapo haupangiki.
Wapi kidero when you need to slap somebody? Complain ufisadi, kwani ulidhani t-shirt 50 bob leso siku ya campaign ilikuwa free? Ni 5 year loan investment, utalipa king ya parliament. We are one, amani we are one. Na utumishi kwa wote, utu missing CCTV we were watching. Racial insecurity na job opportunity ni kama mti ya kibiriti. Side moja heavy, usiniambie Kenya kuna umaskini, kwani hizi fat fingers zinaibia nane? Maskando ina threaten our survival. Media define leadership, na sura ukiaka front page na improve readership. Ambia wase wa Twitter wa hashtag hii ama hash reality doesn't make a good TT. Commission of inquiry wanakula commission bila kutupa ukweli. Ni kubaya baka kukiwa kuzuri, unashindwa nini mbaya? Machozi ya perpetrator ineza dilute damu ya victim ilimwagika. After all is said and done, all will be said, nothing will be done. You're not my tribe, but you're my blood type. lakini it doesn't have to take tragedy to know that.
Sheria.
Good evening. How are you? Today is Monday, the 10th of November, and let me tell you, that means that sound you hear is a crack of Mariah Carey, because your eyes in a crack, my guy. Are you about to have a Merry Christmas or what? But let me tell you, if you've already put up a Christmas tree in your house, ujueni mtiaji sana. Hizo vitu niza kufanywa 1st December. But some of you just want to make life hard for us. We'd like to finish this November. But anyway, sijakuja kusomea mtu hapa. How are you doing? I hope you're having a beautiful Monday. I am. It's a beautiful, beautiful day and the sky is blue. Hello, joy mewaka manze. But we thank God. We thank God for life and we thank God for everything. My name is James WaNjeri. This is Sheria Dive. And you're right here with me as we discuss legal matters and governance issues and how they affect your life, as we look at creating active citizens, you know, giving you capacity building you so that you're able to address the governance and human rights issues that are taking place in society today. And of course, today we're talking about two gentlemen, one being Mr. Nicholas Oyo and another one being Mr. Bob Njagi. I believe a few weeks ago, we actually spoke about the two and the fact that they had been abducted in Uganda. And of course, I also was able to give you an update on what the court had said. Today, we'll start it from the beginning in case you don't know what happened in that story and what has been going on. But the question we're asking really is, the High Court of Uganda took center stage in this matter, and a decision was issued, which I'm going to be reading to you during the course of this show. And the question we're really asking is, have courts become a weak link as we talk about upholding human rights? Are courts toothless? What's happening? Keep it right here. Remember, the live chat is open. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear your thoughts and your views, and perhaps also look at some of the things that have been said online and ask ourselves, are we all on the same page? Must we all be on the same page? Whatever the case, I believe there's something we should all be on the same page about, and that is that human rights are not given, they are not granted, you just have them. Keep it right here.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio.
Yes. You have to flip it. Twende biashara boss. Okay. Mina biashara, close in tada, flow so tight as Chris Cantata, young in pala, ass like Prada. Na kama wezi shikanisha basi weni fala, basi weni fala. Mina enda pale kila kitu dola. President Moi Kibaki wanahola, naonesha kidole pole. Tubo kubwa kama Rick Ross. Pesa zetu munafanyia what? Kazi kwa vijana, pesa kwa maboss. Wacha kuwa floss. Ati wasanii wata get ganji 2030. Nitakuwa 54 made under that. Yes, bere tamo huko ashati ya kaki, check karatasi kareke. Yeah, kareke. Mini STL, the bigger, the better. IMC on the mic, come tester. He biashara ni ka M-Pesa. Wesen, tarisi. Na ka usend, sikuski. Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Biashara ne, biashara. Okinyo na hawe niye dige hara.
Biashara niko busy na mziki ndo wanigwizi na flungine maji utadhani gidi. In other words, nicotine na jaba juu nilisikia pia kukula maini swag. From the business land, Nairobi to be specific. Crew cat popos, not changa illicit. River Road baby, that's where you gonna find me. I be getting my money fast, calling people hadharani. Niko na M-Pesa cooperative, niko na equity. Pesa ni mingi nimevisha so many na publicity. Paparazzi piga mapicha then tuzione BBC. Ndashika mamita busy mejipa juu nimesign na DTP. Be a shower baby, what it do Miss Stella? I'm the man with the power so I make you feel like Cinderella. And I'm making the shower so hope you got your umbrellas. Always be a shower baby Stella, go ahead and tell him.
Biashara ne biashara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne biashara, biashara ne biashara, biashara ne biashara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara.
Nikiwa na STL unajua grafu wanikali, jumupenda kuchiugamu unaweza nipata hali. Assalamu alaikum walaikum salam, mi upenda M-Pesa pesa pap na M-Shwari. Hasla mbayo pildo kama ndizi, mi upick and peel uyu boy sini mjuisi. Easy, flow cheesy kama tiba na ziko on point ka Abdu Badida. Biashara leta pesa weka deo kwenye mkeka, mina leta heka flow natika Professor Christoph ndo anatesa. Kila time weka pressure pima na tape mesha kula Ethiopia na poebesha. Anapenda rose na yesi amba ni kama vindio unaweza dhani ni mkamba. Biashara ndo miulamba pesa imenifanya mweupe squeezy ka pamba.
Biashara ne biashara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara. Biashara ne biashara, biashara ne biashara, biashara ne biashara, ukinyona hawe niye dige hara.
Yes, that is Calligraph Jones and our very own ST to the L, Stella Mwangi. And today we're talking about the case of Nicholas Oyo and Bob Njagi, because these two gentlemen had been abducted on October the 1st this year. They were abducted in in Uganda, where they had gone to participate in Bobby Wine's campaign over there in Uganda. And these two were abducted at a petrol station after they had attended a campaign rally that had been organized by the Ugandan opposition leader and presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi, alias Bobby Wine. This was in Kaliro district, okay? Now, when they were taken, lawyers in Uganda were immediately informed and they filed a matter in court. They filed what we call a habeas corpus application. And a habeas corpus application basically is an application where, just going by the very meaning of that word habeas corpus, is produce the body. This is the application you make when someone disappears, especially in police custody, and you cannot find them. And so the police have to produce them. Something interesting is happening across East Africa, because you look at Uganda, anyone associated with Bobby Wine is being arrested, including these two who were abducted. Ugandans are being arrested and are being jailed. The rallies are being broken up. Remember, Uganda has an election coming up next year. Tanzania as well, you have Tundu Lissu, the chief, opposition leader in the Chadema party. He was also arrested by President Samia Suluhu's government. And the Kenyans who tried to go to Tanzania to attend his trial, Martha Karua, senior counsel, you have Gloria Kimani, advocate, you have David Maraga as well, who went. Shakira went as well. I remember Hanifa also went. And some of those people were actually turned back at the airport in Tanzania, in Dar es Salaam. And they were told, you cannot come in here. Friends of Tundu Lissu are not allowed here. Anyway, now in Uganda, it appears that anyone who tries to align themselves with Bobby Wine, and especially if you're a foreigner, you are likely to meet the same fate. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the abduction of this gentleman on 1st of October. And we've been making noise about this for all that period. Well, when the matter went to court, the lawyers of these gentlemen were very clear that they had been taken by police, they'd been taken in police custody, and therefore the police had a responsibility to release them. However, the government filed an affidavit in court in which they stated they have never arrested these guys, they have never had them in custody, they do not know where they are, and there is no reason why the court should issue those orders that it was being asked to issue. Well, I don't want to tell you what the court said. I'd like to read for you what the court said. So let's get this song, and then when we come back, we see what did the High Court in Uganda say about the disappearance of Bob Njagi and Nicholas Oyo. As we answer that question, have the courts become the weak link in upholding human rights in this area of East Africa, in this region of East Africa? Have they become a weak link, and can and should more be done? Keep it right here. Let's go.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Imeweza na kakienda basi enda nayo. Imeweza na ukibebwa basi bebwa nayo. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain. Wamlambez kaulimi nishakwa champez na imewacha kuwa siri. Ndio maana na bachain na machingri na squeezy, hata ukikam na sansesi shikiki. Na daily niko biz na mabig fish wa jiji, macheku sainiwa di kalamu ziandiki. Mawenki bao kuzibeba ni tizi, na kaka ni sa empty hakuna kasisi. Baadaye niko rienya ma drinks na ma yanks, banaye niko things naona nikibleki ten. Sai siko right so itabidi nime left, chupori venye ziko brother ni kazi. Imeweza na kakienda basi enda nayo. Imeweza na ukibebwa basi bebwa nayo. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain. Mina machampes tuna pop ma champagne hadi mama ploti ana call ma sanse aki. Dani ni ma gunshot za bunde nani, squeezy tumekafunga tukatupaki. Ndio maana mi udunga kamsumari na kitu imebaki ni kumea tu kitambi. Jundani ya wolenje nina kambi ya ganji, na squeezy sina rende nina ganya wafuasi. Imeweza na kakienda basi enda nayo. Imeweza na ukibebwa basi bebwa nayo. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain. Mini kama dread after nywele shaggy baby, better and improve making power moves daily. Siku hizi siwezi lose chance, niko rada deadly, na kama movie ya romance siwezi kosa pepe. Perienga deli cheze kami na kamna my yanks na my drinks. Acha bashi benka speaker ya matri, wakiteta kiako they wambie call police. Imeweza na kakienda basi enda nayo. Imeweza na ukibebwa basi bebwa nayo. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain. Kitu safi ende chain chain, mali safi ende chain chain.
Yes, of course, Chris Kaiga, who's one of our faves in this studio. We're talking about the case of Uganda. Now, there was a matter that was filed, a habeas corpus application, a miscellaneous cause that was filed in the High Court of Uganda Civil Division. It was number 281 of 2025. And the applicants, of course, were Nicholas Oyo and Bob Njagi against the Chief of Defense Forces, the Chief of Defense Intelligence and Security, the Inspector General of Police, and the Attorney General of Uganda. This matter was heard by a judge known as Honorable Justice Simon Peter Kinobe. Now, according to the court, the application that had been filed was that Bob Njagi and Nicholas Oyo had been held incommunicado for more than 48 hours without trial or formal charges in violation of their constitutional rights. They also declared in court that they had entered Uganda solely to support Mr. Kyagulanyi Robert Sentamu, who was a personal friend and a presidential candidate, that during their visit, they were violently arrested by armed men in both military and civilian attire at Starbucks petrol station in Cairo district, where they had parked their vehicle. Now, those who saw the affidavit say that they personally witnessed the arrest and narrowly escaped being arrested The applicants were taken in a Toyota Hiace van, commonly referred to as a drone, and it was transported at high speed. They were transported at high speed to a location later identified as Mbuya. Of course, they also said that there was widespread concern among them that they may be subjected, and there was widespread concern among their family and friends that they would be subjected to torture or cruel treatment, given the military's documented history of mistreating critics of President Museveni and his associates. On the part of the respondents, the government, the court recognized that they had filed an affidavit, and in that affidavit they had said that the applicants were not in the custody of any of the government officers, whether through the military or the police. They also indicated that thorough inquiries and verifications were conducted across all detention facilities under the Uganda People's Defense Forces, the Directorate of Military Intelligence, and the Uganda Police Force, and that these checks confirmed that they were not being held in any of those facilities. Okay? The Chief of Defense Forces and the Chief of Defense Intelligence also indicated that they had no knowledge of the applicants' current whereabouts, and they denied all involvement in the alleged arrest or detention. Okay? And so the court was to answer two questions. Number one, were the applicants in illegal detention, and what remedies were available to the parties? Okay? Now, the court recognized that on the 14th of October, the court itself had issued an order requiring that these two gentlemen be produced by the government, whether dead or alive, in court, and that the court instructed them to take further initiative by conducting investigations to ascertain the whereabouts of those applicants. Okay? Now, on 25th of October 2025, the affidavits that were filed, they indicated that we have carried out investigations and searched all relevant detention facilities, records including lockup registries, custody records, and found no entry relating to the said applicants. Okay? Now, the judge, or as well, Judge Simon Peter, went ahead to say that I also note from the pleadings that there is no cogent evidence that the government had Bob Njagi and Nicholas Oyo, and that an attempt at interacting with the deponents of the affidavits in support was futile. Because one of the things that the lawyers were saying is, the people who've sworn these affidavits, have them come here so that we can cross-examine them. And the court said, no, we don't need to do that. The affidavits already, by themselves, they speak as loudly as they can. And so the court said, it is therefore my finding that the respondents have complied fully with the directive of courts as relates to this application, and the orders issued pursuant to this application. In the circumstances, I find it unnecessary to issue any additional orders as prayed for by the applicant. Sadly, this is what the court had to say at paragraph 14 of its ruling. I find that one cannot squeeze blood from a stone. The state can only produce what it has, and it would therefore be unrealistic to expect the desired outcome from circumstances that could not, in any case, yield it. So, what does the court do? The judge goes ahead to say that I would therefore categorize the applicants as missing persons. That a missing person is a person who has disappeared and whose status is as alive or dead cannot be confirmed, as their location and condition are unknown. A person may go missing through a voluntary disappearance or else due to an accident, crime, or death. In Uganda, the police are the default agency charged with leading investigations into cases of missing persons. I would advise counsel for the applicants to commence these investigations by filing a missing persons report with the Uganda Police Force. And so, that application for habeas corpus for Bob Njagi and Nicholas Oyo to be produced was thrown out. It was denied. That is what the court said. That asking me to demand that these guys are produced is like trying to get blood from a stone. Haiwezekani. The government has denied they have them, and I believe the government. Well, that decision was being issued on 22nd October 2025, almost 2 to 3 weeks ago. Lakini Mungu ni nani? Yesterday, the country and the East African region got to learn what exactly was the truth about that. When I come back, I'm going to be telling you what the Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni actually said about this matter. As we answer that question, have courts become a weak link in protecting human rights in the East African region? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section as well. You can reply to the post on X. Let us know what you think about this and what your thoughts are on this matter. Keep it right here. Let's go.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Yes, that's Polaris. And of course, you know the story of Polaris and how often I've told you what happened there. If you'd like to learn more about it, I guess you look for that episode. I'm always a Polaris mwenyewe. Now, the story of Nicholas Oyo and Bob Njagi has shown us what happens when people are able to, coordinate and speak in one voice and relentlessly add their voice to demands for the release. I think this was a great campaign that was carried out. I remember a lot of us online were in support of this, and we faithfully kept speaking about their case. I'm looking at today's Daily Nation, and Mary Lauro, who's the UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights Defenders, informed the Daily Nation that the disappearance of the two Kenyans in Uganda had raised serious concerns globally about their safety and the need for the respect of human rights. The rapporteur said that on November the 3rd, she had held a meeting with the Uganda Human Rights Commission and raised the case of the two Kenyans, and the commission had pledged to look into it. Of course, the Uganda Human Rights Commission had said that they had been unable to act prior because the matter was before the courts. But after the courts adjudged the two to be missing persons, the commission then had a mandate to investigate their whereabouts. So, as funny as that ruling was, it ended up unlocking this discussion and allowing other agencies to get involved in the matter of the disappearance. And so it's clear that there were a lot of high-stakes conversations and negotiations on this matter. The UN was involved in it. And the information, according to the Daily Nation, is that Njagi and Oyo had spent at least 7 days in hospital after they were taken ill while they were in military detention. A close family member told the nation that the two activists were admitted to a military hospital for 1 week. Later, they were reportedly taken to a safe house for days, from where they were moved on Thursday before their release on Friday night. Now, the family members say that they had been informed that the two human rights activists were not in good health and that they had been taken to the military hospital for a week. Now, this period as well, where they had been in hospital, had coincided with the last press briefing that had been held by activists at Amnesty International Kenya offices, during which human rights defenders had raised alarm over the deteriorating health condition of the duo. The Kenyan government over the weekend noted that it played a big role in the release of the two human rights defenders. Of course, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi says that their release followed a sustained diplomatic engagement between Kenya and Uganda, and that both governments maintained open and constructive communication that has culminated in the safe release of those nationals, okay? Now, of course, a lot of criticism has been directed to Kenya's Foreign Affairs Ministry, where it was felt that they did not do what needed to be done. They were not being very active in this matter. They were not, they're not giving this matter the attention that it deserved. And reports now coming out are that it had to take several people to make calls and to move things for this to be done, the way that the state was asking. So here we are. These gentlemen have now been released. And one wonders, why would the government of Uganda intentionally mislead the court and lie to the court and file false affidavits? Because it's clear now it's emerging that they were in military custody. Yet the military had actually issued an affidavit and said they're not in our custody. What more can the courts do? Are the courts a weak link, especially in the region? I think I compare this with the case of Ndiangui here in Kenya, where the High Court in Kenya said, we do not want to hear those excuses and stories. And if you don't produce those people, I want the Inspector General of Police and the DCI boss, Mr. Amin, to appear before me and explain why this did not happen. Why did the Uganda judge do that? Well, perhaps the countries are not the same, and it's increasingly becoming obvious that Kenyans cannot expect the same standard of justice in Kenya as the same standard of justice in other countries as they would receive in Kenya. It appears that both Uganda and Tanzania, the legal systems in those countries are clearly...
The globe, because I am Catholic, not because they are, but because you...
Yes, it appears that in those places and in those countries, you cannot expect to receive the same level of legal services. There is clear government interference that is ongoing there. And of course, let me apologize for that brief interference. I don't know what happened there. Pengine wamekuja kututafuta. But for now, let's get some music and then when we come back, I'd like to read your thoughts and hear what do you have to say about this? Do you think that the governments are doing what they need to do, or is the judiciary appearing weak in the face of human rights abuses, that there's nothing that the judiciary can do? And if that is the case, then what happens to the people? Where do we turn if the courts, which are the custodians of justice, cannot give us the justice? What then is left for us to do as WaNjeri? Keep it right here.
From sunrise to sunset.
They call me
all day
Chris
and night.
to the cantata. They call me Chris to the cantata. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Yo, they say it's hard to compose a rhyme. I say you out of your mind or you full of lies. Then again, you could be the slow kind. I don't see how lyrics don't hypnotize. Why lie? The season has transformed. You got reason to be bored, so now you want more? I'ma serve you flavor that you can't afford. The bill about to get placed on your tempo. So don't even try to resist. Look at yourself bumping to the beat. Get up and get down with a G-twist. Forget the hater cause the fool's not on the list. Dig this, we came and we took over. Got the keys to the ride and we're not sober. We made an oath that we ain't gonna ride for you. So now it's hip-hop, ride us to the border. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. They're taking over my head, dog, they on a hustle. I'm taking over their bread, dog, I'm on a muscle. Try to be cool, but I gotta mumble. Better yet, after that, there's a big tussle. Quit them tears, boy. Dry your eyes, see the G going cheers, boy. Don't be mad, cause I say that you weird, boy. You kinda scared, so I see that fear, boy. Meditating on a cute shorty. Lean body, mean thighs like the chick bought it. Eyes set real tight like the all assorted. If she arrested my ass, then she got a warrant. I'm a legend in the living, and that's that. I grab objects of vices you can't touch. Read all comprehension is too much. Unawares is words that bring the wrath. Let's go. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Glad that you stopped by. Who are you? What's your business? Bye bye. I hate people that think that I'm on the rise. Yet and still I'm the steel that will not fly. Ask why? I got this even better. On this planet I teach you before the chatter. What I compose gets better by the day's weather. That's why they call me Chris to the cantata. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Yo, yo, yo. That's why they call me. They call me Chris to the cantata.
unachotaka. Fuata nyuki ule asali. Sema unachotaka. 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 Sijui kauna nidai, unanionyesha all the signs, but truly you're not mine. I can't figure you out, taking me round and round. One day we're flying, next thing we're crashing, head down with no alert. I cannot do this anymore. My feelings hurt, I want to know. Complete this once and for all. Nataka nijue.
Yes, that is a sultry and the soulful Zaituni bringing us Sema. And that's bringing us to about 5:47 p.m. Remember, this show runs between 5 and 6 p.m. But on Thursday, we are doing this between 5 and 7 p.m. So you better make sure you make it back right here on Thursday. And of course, always reminding you that we have so many shows dealing with different things. We have the breakfast show in the morning. We want to talk about women and feminism. You want to talk about the arts and theater. You want to talk about hip hop. We have that. You want to talk about the highlights of the week and things that have happened. You have that. And of course, if you're a reggae fan, of course, we also have Idle Groove right here on Parody. So a lot of choices and a lot of options and variety for you to ensure that as you're here, you're listening to all Kenyan all the time. We're talking about this case of WaNjeri. And I think the reality is that as we move forward, we actually need to critically think about the impact it has on the psyche of the people and on the rule of law when governments are allowed to come to court to deny things, yet those denials amount to lies. It amounts to lying under oath, and nothing is done about it. But the greater danger as well is that if people lose confidence in the ability of the judiciary to handle disputes, how are they going to trust that same judiciary to deal with, for instance, a presidential petition where the judiciary can actually say you have not been properly elected, so that election is nullified? If government is not willing to take the judiciary seriously and the proceedings that come from there, should the people really trust that that same judiciary will be taken seriously when the rubber meets the road and things like presidential petitions occur? That's a serious question. And remember as well that the reason why people do not take matters into their own hands is because they believe that there's a judiciary and that judiciary will be able to deal with matters that are there. So these actions by governments should actually be roundly condemned by everyone, because it leads to a breakdown in society. Because once society does not have a neutral arbiter, once society knows that even courts are not taken seriously by government, then that same society will also decide not to take those courts seriously. And where is that going to leave us? Definitely not in a good place. Of course, for now, we're very happy for the families of WaNjeri and Nicholas Oyo because they have their kin back, and we pray that they'll be safe. Remember, WaNjeri was also abducted last year by Kenyan police officers, and he was a victim of torture. Now he's been tortured again in Uganda. And of course, news coming in today has been that a lot of Kenyans are being arrested for no reason in Tanzania and being detained. Some of them are dying. There's a 64-year-old Kenyan who was found on the border having been tortured. And somebody asked, are you saying that this guy was also a protester at 64 years old? Guys, the reality is that as Kenyan citizens, it's becoming increasingly clear that we have become, a fair game for security forces in the region, that they can easily take you and do whatever they want and they know they'll get away with it. The Kenyan government does not seem keen on protecting its citizens. And this is actually a serious dereliction of duty. Because if you cannot be protected in Tanzania and Uganda, how do they expect to uphold your rights if you go to Singapore, for instance, which they like to sing about? Right? We have, even in the spirit of the East African community and cooperation among the East African states, human rights are a critical pillar of that. And all these member states have a duty to uphold human rights. I have not heard anything from the cabinet secretary in charge of the East African community in Kenya about this story. Nothing has been said about the Kenyans that are being killed in Tanzania. Nothing has been said about Kenyans that are being abducted in Uganda. And one really wonders, who is the government really working for? Is it working for you? Because it's not working for me. It's not working for Oyo. For Oyo, it had to take the UN to step in. It had to take Kenyans to petition online. It had to take Kenyans to hire lawyers to go to court in Uganda. It had to take all these. And the government was mum for a lot of it. And now we even hear that former President Uhuru Kenyatta was involved in this. Hey, Jameni, what's happening, man? What is happening? And of course, you have to remember as well that Uganda security forces crossed into Kenya sometime in October last year. And they arrested people who belong to the opposition party who are having a workshop. Over 60 people were actually arrested and taken back to Uganda. Arrested by Ugandan police officers inside Kenyan territory. Then Kizza Besigye, Ugandan presidential candidate and a political activist, was then arrested in Kenya by Ugandan security forces and was taken across the border, where he's now facing charges of treason. Friends, East Africa is very soon going to, get a tag about being notoriously anti-human rights. what is happening is not proper. We deserve to live in a society and in a region where we know our rights are respected. Remember what we've constantly said as well, is that if anyone breaks the law, then the proper recourse is to take them to the courts. Let them go to the courts. Let them be put on their defense. Let that system work. Why must people be tortured? Why must people be abducted? Why must people be put in places to cause them discomfort and physical harm? Who does that really serve? That only serves to try and put fear into the hearts of people so that they cannot stand up to these despotic regimes. And for anyone to imagine that you can do those things, you probably have a sick head because you think you'll always be in power for the rest of your life, which will never happen. We are all candidates of death, are we not? We have a duty to create a country and a region where human rights are upheld, where you know that you can move in and out of these countries provided all your paperwork is in order and you are not carrying out any, you're not breaking the law or anything like that. Now, for instance, me, I cannot go to Tanzania. I'm not a protester in Tanzania. I've not done anything in Tanzania, but just by virtue of the fact that I do, I feel like if I went to Tanzania, I'd be targeted. I don't know how many people feel like that. We had the case of the young Kenyan who, I remember seeing this on TV yesterday, that a young Kenyan was arrested in Tanzania and he had gone for a party. He was able to produce all his documents. He was able to show everything. And remember, he went after the election. He was arrested and put behind bars. So what are we going to say about that? Because our argument has been that, hey, the people who this is happening to are activists and people who are doing the wrong things. But for this guy, he just had gone after the elections. He was going to Tanzania to have a good time. So it means that anyone is being targeted as long as you have a Kenyan passport. And I don't think that should be done.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
If it makes you move, don't complain, just groove. Alright, if it makes you move, don't complain, just groove.
Tail tripper be a legend, please watch me, y'all. Brace Aunt Moolah Benders, they shot, we ball. G-Shocks from stores, caught me a box of Jaws. Say I'm tripping, but I'm living the life through bars. Not literally, but let's just make believe the grades were weak. Burst your bubble, cause that thought is obsolete. To go up, I'm with shops. Been gone for a minute, had to leave for air. See my team's unfair, but the dreams are there. Screaming YOLO all day as I freeze my fares. There's no topping, this is bottomless. Think about that as I take a sec to further move the kids and me. No Obama, no mama, I'm a lot younger. Yo mana, we've been pushing this through Africa, making moolah all day like I'm supposed to, y'all.
Swagging on a million, usual, bet you already knew that. Rolling up a doobie, yo, 2G, where the kush at? Cause we be rolling, passing and we blowing at you, huh? Yeah, I'm tryna ball, that's Beyonce. Got J's on my feet, but I ain't on playing. And we know a couple beanies who wanna chill and kick it, I ain't talking judo, huh? In the 254, we really chillin'. Swagging on that 25 flow, we really winning. So fuck a hater, it must be human nature. Cause damn nigga, see I know, we really killing y'all. Waste man, tryna prove something. All up in my face, man, what you doing? Nothing. I'm on my Sunday swag, smoking high grade bags. What you know about that?
And if it makes me move, don't complain, just do alright. If it makes me move, and if it makes me move, don't complain, just do alright. If it makes me move,
Shopper, man, so smooth in my boat shoes. You know I like to groove to that old school back in 06. Never thought that it would come through. Dreams come true, buddy, and I got proof. I go hard, despite what the critics say. We ain't in the same spot anyway. How are legends made? Why do tigers play? Swing so hard, so I gotta hit the green. Man, my biggest hater probably loves me now. Seeing you can go big from a small town. Yeah, it's the same kid, Nairobi, raised here, now it's amazing they holding me down. I'm in my Sunday shorts, playing EA Sports. Says we stay on course to get awards, to get on cause. Coast to coast, you know we been that dope.
Recording through.
Yeah, that brings us to 5:58 p.m. Please have yourself a lovely week. Hii masaa yetu ni kama imeisha hapa. Tunapimiwa hewa sana. We're done. Thank you so much for keeping company on this show. And of course, to Bob, Jaggy, and Nicholas Oyo, welcome back, comrades, and to their families. Would you have all the comfort? And I know torture and this type of treatment, it's almost a lifelong thing that you have to deal with. And for you, we'll let you know that we're here for you. We'll be supporting you on this journey. And of course, to all who have lost their lives in Tanzania because of the government crackdown, because of the protests against the election results, for you, we also say, Viva. We are together. We are one. We continue to support you. We continue to cheer you on as we all seek for a more just and equitable society. God bless you all. Have a lovely, lovely week and see you here on Thursday between 5 and 7 p.m.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Tunapita kama moshi na kabla tuzame mchangani, kuna kushinda na kufeli. Oh, inabidi ujijue tofauti ya mwalimu na mwanafunzi ni ujuzi na ujuaji. Oh, it's unbelievable that we make it this far. Undeniable, we see the promised land from afar, and it's so beautiful. No, they can't touch the fire, and you know it's not in vain. Steady tripping through the pain. Oh, man. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. On the midnight train.
Siku zazidi badilika, mengi yazidi kunipita jama. Oh no, maji yalipozidi unga, hawakudhani tutafika. It's unbelievable that we made it this far. Undeniable to see the promised land from afar. So beautiful, they gon' know who we are. They keep on walking in the rain. Kuna blessings in the pain. Whoa.
Steady rocking on the midnight train.
Steady, ready.
Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion, to Zion.
It's
rocking on the midnight train. Steady rocking on the midnight train. Oh Lord, steady rocking on the midnight train. To Zion. To Zion.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.